excuse me, and that's going to take you. I show that I have 2,011 contacts on my phone. 2,100 contacts on my phone. And that's probably from the last 20 years of adding people into my contact, right? No difference than what you should be doing in your business. Just like your phone, when you put someone's contact information, what are the 3 things you must include on your contacts? Name, phone number, email, right? Name, phone number, and email. You have to have all those because a lot of people have some very funny emails. They don't have like your generic emails like your first and last name at KW, right? Some people have some very unique emails. So just having an email, you cannot identify who that person is. This is the reason you must put the name of the person, first name and last name, their phone number. Everyone has numbers, right? I have 2 numbers on my cell number, meaning I have a personal number and I also have a business number that's connected to one phone. So, you know, most of you have a specific area that you're farming, right? And you want to focus on that area because of the area code, then that's great. There's people that want to venture out, or maybe you've had this number like me for many, many, many years. And it's like, why change it when people know, right? And I believe that this number I've had probably 22 years, since the 90s, late 90s. I've had the same number. And I, every once in a while, will get a call from a past friend or someone that I haven't spoken in many, many years. They lose their phones, they lose their contacts, but they'll know Simon in that 562 number, right? So building it, right, starts with your contacts and your data. No difference than when you're doing an open house, right? Or meeting someone for the first time. You want to cultivate that lead, put them into your system, so now you can start doing follow-ups. Number 2 is feeding it, right? Then once you have that contact, what's the next step? Is feeding it, right? What are you feeding it? Well, you're feeding it with potential opportunities, right? If it's a buyer, as an example, right? They're looking for specific homes, condominiums, townhomes, manufactured homes, single family residence, multifamily, commercial, vacant land, business opportunity, right? Those are all the engagements that you'll have with someone that wants to buy a specific property. Then that's when you start feeding them with information. What is the information? Well, the multiple listing service, you know, sending them all the information on specifics. And then the engagement, right? The back and forth dialogue, the communications. You know, I'm interested in X, Y, and Z. I want to take a look at this property. It hits all the bells and whistles, but I want to physically look at it in person. Then that's the engagement, the interaction, right? The back and forth text messages, emails, or phone calls as well. Remember, what are we trying to accomplish here, folks? It's building a foundation, right? For a lot of us, we already have that foundation, the infrastructure. For a lot of us, we're barely getting our feet wet on here. So what are we doing to start building that? And then last is servicing, right? Because all those building blocks are crucial in your business. The building, the feeding, the engagement, and now is servicing. Now, congratulations, you're in escrow. Now we got to service that because the end goal here is to close the deal, right? I want to close the deal. We want to make sure that the buyer's happy, the seller's happy, everyone gets what they want. Escrow gets what they want. The lender gets what they want. The home inspector gets what they want. The appraiser, I should say, gets what they want. Buyer and seller gets what they want. Title gets what they want, right? Home warranty companies get what they want. And more so, the agents engaged in this transaction get what they want. And what does that want? The satisfaction, right, of closing the deal, the satisfaction of the commission that you're getting from this deal, the satisfaction that you're handing the keys to their first home or selling their home after many, many memories and years living in the property. They're ready to retire and leave the state of California. And the emotional aspect, when they reflect on 20, 25 years of living in the same home, now it's their new chapter in their life, but you were the one that was able to make this happen. The satisfaction of servicing it, ladies and gentlemen, very, 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 very important. You got to know your customer, right? Building the smart plans that we have through our systems. You got to know how to, at the highest level, your ROI, your return of your investment, right? Every step forward, there's an opportunity. What I mean by that is every time I step, okay, one step, two step, it's pushing me forward. It's not pushing me back, right? It's pushing me forward. Well, real estate should be the same dynamics, folks, that every day should be pressing forward to new opportunities, to new visions, to new ideas. How and when am I going to start making the ability to convert more and more clients? The highest return on your investment for your money starts with your database, okay? As I said earlier, your phone is your golden nugget. Trust me when I say that. You probably have at least 100 plus people on your phone. Start connecting with those people. If you don't have any business right now, okay? Build it, feed it, engage in it, and service it. Well, Simon, what if you're the one agent that doesn't have anyone on your data? Simon, I don't have anyone on my data. I only have 5 people on my on my database, on my phone, and that's my mom and my father and my siblings and my children or my husband. And that can be truthful. Not a problem. Not a problem. Now we got to start looking and start building, the big vision of what we need to go out and look for. Well, start with the people that you interact. Remember, what are we doing right now is building the structure. We're building that foundation, right? Just like a home. You cannot build a house on dirt. You cannot build a house over a very weak foundation, right? There has to be a solid foundation in order for this home, this skyrise, this condo, this manufacturer, or anything to stay there for a long time. Well, that's your business as well, ladies and gentlemen. You got to start building that strong foundation. Now, we all have people we do business with. I want you to write this down. B2B. B2B. B as in boy. B2B. What does that stand for? Business to business relationship. Business to business relationship. Okay. The B2B. Simon, I don't have anyone on my contacts. What do I do next to start building my foundation? Okay, good answer. Well, let's build our B2B, business to business relationship. Are you in business? Are you a businesswoman or a businessman? Yes, there's the first B. Now we got to go find more business, okay, which is the outside businesses out there, you know? Well, where do we start? Well, go based on the alphabetical order. That's where I would start. Okay, who are the A's? Who are the B's? Who are the C's? Who are the D's? Who are the E's and F's, right? Well, start naming what starts with an A. Okay, appraisers. Do you know any appraisers? Do you know any airline flight attendants or pilots, right? Airline pilots or anything that starts with an A that you have some type of business relationship. Okay, think about your dentist, right? Who is your doctor? Who is your dermatologist? Who cuts your grass? Who does your taxes? Who does your household repairs, your handyman? Who does your security system? Who does your window coverings? Who's your plumber? Who's your electrician? Who's your termite company? Who is your carpenter? Who is your AC heater unit? Start with those relationships as well, folks. Okay, all of them are business owners. All of those are business owners, but they're also homeowners or investors. Believe me when I say this, a business owner probably has multiple homes as well, okay? And business owners also have probably big homes as well. Especially if you really think about this, and think about this for quite some time. I want it to resonate. If you really want to tap into high-end luxury, what I mean luxury is going 5 million or more, okay? Meaning your $5 million properties, your 10 million, your 15, your 20 million. Okay, if you want to get excited and really get that vibe of energy, it's like that shot of energy, go on the multiple listing service and start looking at properties that are 10, 15 million. They're out there. And there's agents that are servicing these listings. And they're still paying a substantial commission. Just do the math on one of those listings on the MLS. Find a home out in Beverly Hills, okay? And you'll find some in Pasadena, some in Orange County. Just go into the MLS, LA County, and just put $20 million plus. And it's going to provide you with a list of high-end luxury homes. And then scroll all the way down on the listing agreement and just look at what the compensation is, right? If you want to get excited and you want to start building something from that, I encourage you to go on the MLS and get excited and then just do the calculations. And when you know that you're going to make $500,000, $750,000, or even $1 million, guess what? A $40 million listing. A $40 million listing will get you $1 million commission. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how many years of experience you have, where you were raised, what your background is. It only takes that one seller to believe in you, trust in you, and give you the ability to service their needs. And what if this client is that 40, 45, $50 million listing? 2.5%, 3% of that. Do the math. You just became a self-made millionaire. Self-made because you're a business owner. You started this path and career by going through real estate school, going through the motions of interviewing real estate companies, right? Getting an idea of which company has structure, foundation, accountability, training, and education, right? And then you chose Keller Williams. And I commend each and every one of you for doing so. Okay? Because the company doesn't make you successful. It's you, and you. You are the one that makes yourself successful. You're the brand. You are the real estate. Your knowledge, expertise, understanding the process. And I would do that quite often, right? Just, be a big dreamer and just get an idea. Wow, how are these agents? How are these agents getting these mega listings? And when you look at their real estate license number and you understand the fundamentals of that, a lot of them only have short period of time in real estate. But it's the connections that they have built, the relationships that they have built. And I remember one fascinating story with this one agent, female agent, got into the real estate. And because of her background, she was able to connect with a client even before she had her real estate license. And as soon as she got the license, the sellers gave her the opportunity to sell a $75 million listing. 75 is what you heard, $75 million. Now, pull out your calculators, okay? And just type in 75 million at 2.5%. Okay. That's just one side. The ironic, and this is why it's such a phenomenal story, is that this agent represented both clients. Yeah. She represented both clients. So she gave a discount to the seller. You know what? I represent the buyer on this. Okay. I'm going to discount my commission from 5%, and I'm only going to charge you 4.5%. So again, going back to the arithmetic, if you do 75 million times 4.5%, that's a big number. One deal, 30 days, 35 days, and escrow closed the deal. And she made a whopping 3.3 million plus commission. You're a millionaire, instant millionaire. Okay. Had no experience in real estate for no less than 3 months or 4 months, if I remember the story. Yeah. Pretty crazy, right? Now, there's a lot of people that helped her and supported her through that, but it's because she had the connection. And then she had the company and the infrastructure to help her and support her through this. There's still a lot of money here that she made after even having a mentor, someone guiding her through the initial process. She still made a lot of money. Okay. Imagine if this was you. And it goes back to, again, a lot of the core, right? The core of what we have. Who are your connections? Who are the people that you have? The B2B, your business to business relationship. Okay. There's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of people that are well off. A lot of people that have businesses also generate a lot of money, and they have the capital to go and buy property. If you're at the right place at the right time, right? There's the opportunity. Think about it. If you have someone that has a business, you connect outside of real estate, but they're saying, Simon, hey, you know what? I'm always looking for opportunities. I will be a cash buyer. Just find me the right property, right? And you go out and you find the right property that hits all the bells and whistles, right? And now you're in contract with a potential client that's in all cash, no contingencies, right? And this could be your new business partner. Maybe you can team up and start buying investment properties too. You know how many people get into partnerships? Because of the relationships. So there's many people that you can also connect, right? Starting the foundation. You know, friends and family, automobile shops too. Do you have people that service your vehicle and you see them, you know, every 3,000 to 5,000, depending on what type of car you have? Now, if you have a Tesla, it's a different story, right? Less maintenance. You don't do oil changes. But even so, you know, if you have that connection, the salesperson that sold you that vehicle, okay, even though they in sales, right? You're in real estate, they're in automobile sales. They still need to have a place to live. Exchange those business cards, right? They're providing you with business. Why can't you provide business as well? And with everything that I just said, the biggest hurdle that I see a lot is asking for business, right? Some people are just afraid to ask for business. Imagine if you just speak up and ask for business. The only thing that you're going to get is two things. Yes, I want to buy or sell, or no, I'm not in the market yet to buy or sell. Either or is perfectly fine, but if you're not asking, right, you'll never know.
Number 3 is I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. But there is a way to converse that and handle that objection. Remember, okay, maybe you're not in the market right this minute, but would it be okay if I can send you some information, updates? You know, maybe they're at that moment not ready, but 2 to 3 to 4 to 6 months now down the line, they may be ready to retire, relocate, sell their property. And because you build a great relationship, they reach out to you, or you just happen to call and it's like, yeah, you know what? It's funny. And thank you for calling me, but we're thinking about selling. That's the cool thing about real estate is you just never know when your next business is coming. That's what makes it so exciting, is that you don't know where the next buyer or the next seller or the next investor or developer comes from. But if you're not out there hitting the pavement, trust me, you will not see the end result. Okay? You got to roll up your sleeves and just go out there. Make a mess, make chaos, go destroy a couple things. That's where you see top performers get the results, okay? That's why you see top performers get listings, get buyers. They're in escrow all the time, right? Because they're out there rolling up their sleeves and doing anything and everything necessary to build their foundation. Now, the cool thing about what we have here at Keller Williams, okay, is what we call our command, right? Our command platform. Now, the awesome part is, yeah, you can do business in helping buyers, sellers, investors, and developers, but you also have the ability to refer clients outside of California and get paid commission. So start really thinking outside the box. How do you think outside the box? Well, there's a lot of people that are just fed up with California right now with the price of fuel, right? What is it up to now? 6.25, 6 and yeah, it's crazy. And guess what? It's probably going to go higher. Come the summer, usually the summer it trickles up. So this is the beginning to something bigger, you know, and people are just fed up with everything. They're thinking the cost of living to live in California, the cost of living, you know, just to maintain a vehicle, right? They may just be ready to pack their stuff and leave the state of California. There's going to be opportunities, but if you're not out there looking for these opportunities, you'll never know. Your competitors, your colleagues are the ones that are going to pick up all these potential clients. So start building that database of people that you think may be relocating, ready to retire. Maybe they're job transfer, or they just, you know what, I'm just done with California. You know, and where we're going to see a lot is in the multifamily industry because of all this rent control, restrictions, tenant rights, not for the landlords. We're going to see a lot of stuff come up. And if you're not getting a lot of the market share, you're going to lose opportunity. So think about it. Now, the awesome part is that Keller Williams has the system to allow you to connect with outside of California agents in Texas, New York, Florida, Tennessee, Rhode Island, Chicago, Wyoming, Idaho, Nevada, Washington, okay, Hawaii, and start connecting and start building relationships with those agents, because it's, again, going back to the B2B, business to business relationship, right? And what do I mean by that? Just as you're building businesses, but you're also building relationship with other agents out of California, because you just don't know that maybe you don't have anyone that you're feeding to them, but what if they're feeding you business because people want to come into California? Maybe the people back east are tired of these winter storms, these really chill factor times where they want to be in beautiful climates and weather, right? 80 to 90% of the time in California, we get what, 70, 75, 80 degree weather. And that's consistent year round. And maybe people want to sell, pull their equity and buy something over here. So if you're building those relationships with agents outside, there's opportunity as well. Okay. Any questions or thoughts or concerns? I want you to write this down. Your care conversations. The 4 C's. C is in Charles. The 4 C's. Okay, and I want you to write the 4 C's. 1, care. 2, compassion. 3, contribution. 4, common sense. Okay, the care conversations. Think about it, folks. What did we just go through in the last 2 years? Pandemic, right? COVID-19, right? People getting infected, people getting sick, and people unfortunately passing away. And for a lot of us, it impacted us in many, 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 many ways, right? Friends, family, people we've known that unfortunately passed away due to COVID. But also the drastic change of what happened with us in the US. I remember 2019, it was around November, December, we were hearing about this COVID-19, but it was out in Asia. And I thought, okay, you know what? Something we've seen in the past, you know, nothing major. And then come January of 2020, we started hearing more and more on the spread. And then we started seeing the spread in Europe, Australia, Africa. And it's like, even to that time frame, I was naive. I didn't think it was going to hit us. And then March of 2020, right? What happened? State of emergency. Everyone is on lockdown. Everyone stay home. The whole entire nation just shut down, right? It's like something out of a movie. That was so intense and so crazy. But reality hit that it was here and here to stay. And then we started hearing more and more cases of this, right? A lot of people, unfortunately, lost family members, people that we care for, colleagues, friends. People started getting depressed as well. Children were, confused of what this new thing, we were so accustomed to being at school and now they're at home. And everyone was just incubating at home. And then Zoom and classes on Zoom started happening. And we were having our children in school, but still physically at home, trying to do their schoolwork. And it was just really, really, really strange, right? And for a lot of us, that were not considered essential, we were locked down, anchored, and stuck at home. And there was a lot of confusion March and April, and I was like, what is going on? This was my first year as a TL for the company, and it was like, my gosh, this is happening. So I started making care calls because now I didn't physically see the agents in the office, so I had to pivot and get the staff involved, and we started making eye care calls, checking in with our agents. And it was time consuming. It was sometimes very frustrating, but it was necessary to do so. So part of this care conversation, the care, the compassion, and the contribution, and obviously utilizing common sense, is how can you utilize this in a way to capitalize on opportunities? Have you checked in with people that you have close relationship? If not, this is a great opportunity to reach out. People that you haven't talked to in a long time. Hey, John, I was just thinking about you today and wanted to reach out and see how you're doing. That small little statement can go far, far, far. Because you just do not know how people are feeling right now, right? With everything going on. Now, times are changing a little bit, and now we're seeing more people more lax. We're not wearing our mask anymore. I was even surprised. I was at Costco 2 weeks ago, and I noticed one of the employees not wearing a mask, and it's like, yeah, it's optional now. And I was one of them that never liked wearing a mask, and I went in there, 95% of the people still were wearing their mask. So there's still a lot of people that are not comfortable being without a mask. So think about that for a minute. So, these eye care calls can go a long way. How's the family? I saw some stuff on social media, just thinking and wanted to just check in with you. Congratulations. My God, you just had, your first son or your first daughter. Okay. Wow, I saw that you just got a new pet. What's the dog's name? It opens up a conversation that leads to conversation in real estate, right? We're not just going to immediately, if you're not cold calling, right? Prospecting sellers, right? Like expireds, for sale by owners, okay? Those are what we call cold calling calls, that we're just going to go right direct and ask for business. These are more for the people that you have some type of relationship with. Okay. What's going on your work? I just saw that you got promoted. Hey, congratulations. Just saw that you started a new business or a new job. How's that coming along? Well, Simon, that's great that you reached out to me. Yes, I got this new job. I've been here for 6 months. I just finished my probation. And now the wife and I are thinking about buying a home. Now I can. I'm making a 6-figure income. I was able to fix my credit. My FICO scores are in the 700s now. Who do you know that you can recommend for a lender to get us pre-qualified? Remember, going back to building that foundation, folks. Okay. That's where you come in. This is where your services will be of useful for the consumer, the buyer, and the sellers, right? Just ways of thinking. Now, building that structure and that foundation starts with, who are your key players? Who is part of your team, right? It's not just you, yourself, and I, right? It's an abatement of many people involved. Who is the right lender, right? Who is the right escrow company? Who is the right title company? Who's your home warranty company? Who's your thank you, your home inspector, your plumbers, your electricians, right? All of these people should be part of your team. Because at any given time, they may be asking, well, Simon or Steve, hey, who do you know locally that's a locksmith? We're thinking of changing the locks. You know, those small contributes can go a long way. When they're ready to buy or sell, they're going to be thinking about you because of what you did, the gratitude of providing them some goods and services. And you may not think about it right this minute that, yeah, you know what, I have all these affiliate people that I have as part of my arsenal. Yeah, John Smith, he's with John Smith Locksmith Company, right? He can provide you quality service. Reach out to them. Guy reaches out, get the job done. And now they are looking for, other services. Hey, who do you recommend for a plumber? And eventually when that real estate conversation comes into play, there you go. Now I want you to also write this word, Ford. Yes, you heard me right, Ford. Okay, most of you have heard this in the past, F-O-R-D, Ford. Okay, and what does Ford stand for? Well, Ford stands for family, occupation, recreation, and your dreams. Family, occupation, recreations, and dreams. Okay. You want to create your Ford. Part of being in real estate is the dynamics of what we do. We're servants to our clients, right? We bend backwards. We work weekends, evenings, sometimes even holidays, right? Because we're servicing our clients' needs and wants, right? But are you asking these 4 elements in your conversations? Okay. As I said earlier, how's the family doing? I just noticed that your daughter gave birth. Congratulations, John. The occupation aspect of it as well, right? Hey, I saw that your son graduated the police academy or the fire academy or became a pilot. Oh my gosh. I just saw that your son or daughter went into the military. Okay. All those open up opportunities, right? Recreation, right? Maybe you like riding. I know there's a lot of people that are opposed to riding motorcycles, especially here in California, right? With all the traffic that we have, and you see these wazoo, and it's not just guys, it's women. I've seen some women in the motorcycles going in between cars on the freeway going 60, 70 miles. And it's a woman driving that motorcycle. They're pretty daredevils too. Okay. Some are opposed to it, but what if that's something that you enjoy and you like? And maybe it's something that you like. I have an M1 endorsement on my driver's license. I don't own a motorcycle anymore, but I can rent one and I enjoy going on rides. It clears the mind. Maybe you're into baseball, softball, golf. I know there's a couple agents right now as we speak that they're playing golf while I'm stuck here teaching class, okay? Which I'd rather be here with you guys than playing golf on a sunny Friday afternoon, having a Jack and Coke. I'm kidding. I'd rather be here teaching. But you see where I'm going with this, right? You're opening up dialogue and opportunities, right? And then last but not least is the dreams, right? All of us have dreams. Go back to when you were kids. We all had dreams, right? And what are those dreams that you have, the desires that you want? Okay. I know everyone dreamed to be a real estate professional. That's what we dream to be, right? Whatever that is, have conversations, because there's a lot of people that still believe that there's a path of opportunities, and maybe the dream of opening up a restaurant and you happen to be there at the right time. And all the elements just fall into place. You identify a restaurant that hits all the bells and whistles, and you are able to execute that transaction, and you just fulfill someone's dream. Or giving the first-time home buyer their keys. And they've worked so hard for many years, never in their wildest dream thought they would be able to qualify for a home. But because of the dynamic team that you have, the right people, the right lender, right? You were able to help the American dream for a lot of us of home ownership. And the excitement when you get the call or the email from escrow, we have confirmation it has recorded. That's a good day, folks. When you hear that from escrow, it recorded. That means it's pretty much done. You can do the happy dance, okay? Because one, now whoever you represent, you can call, you can email, you can text and let them know, congratulations, we successfully closed. And if we represent the buyer in this case, right? The excitement of giving them the keys and being there to experience that, right? It starts again with the foundation. What are you trying to create here? Okay. I hope all this makes sense. I hope all this makes sense on Zoom as well. Okay. And it starts with your category of descriptions. What are you doing every single day? Okay, it's a contact sports, ladies and gentlemen. It is a contact sport. You should be doing minimum 20 to 50 calls a day. I know it's a little much, but if you really want to see the results, 20 to 50 contacts per day. Lead generating, lead follow-up, going on appointments, negotiating contracts, practice conversations, and role playing. All those are part of the foundation of your success. Every day, every single day, minimum 20 to 50 contacts. Well, Simon, that's a lot. I know it is a lot. And when I say contacts, I mean someone that you're talking about real estate. Not just leaving a message, not just texting a message, but actually having a conversation. That may be door knocking. Hi, my name is Simon with Keller Williams. I just listed a property over on 123 ABC. It's listed for $575. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 on a 75 square lot, built in 1955. It's going live on the market. I wanted to introduce myself because we know that when a property comes on the market, 1 or 2 people decide to sell, or 1 or 2 people decide to buy. Who do you know that wants to live in the community? Who do you know that needs to sell? Oh, by the way, your name is what? Simon. Hey, Simon. My neighbor, I constantly hear them arguing all the time, and they're constantly talking about divorce. You maybe want to go and check with them because they may be selling pretty soon. Well, thanks for the insight. I will not tell them that, but I'll go and do an introduction. Okay, I'm just being funny, folks, okay? But I'm saying, you know, that's what's so cool about the opportunities that we have, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You just never know where your next business is coming from. And then write this down, and then we'll close it off with this because it's 2 o'clock. The 4 P's, the 4 P's. P is in Paul. Positive, present tense, purposeful, and powerful. Positive, present tense, purposeful, powerful. Okay? Building a strong foundation, ladies and gentlemen, starts with your positive attitude, right? Positive. Are you a positive person? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, but you're still positive, right? Have you ever heard that? Gosh, that person woke up on the wrong side of the bed, right? Your attitude is everything, ladies and gentlemen, especially in real estate sales. Present tense, meaning you got to be in the present each and every day. You got to be in the now. The now opportunities happen when you are present. Okay? And you got to be purposeful. Every day should be about what is the purpose that you are doing today? What is this and why am I doing this? And why am I doing this at a high level? Be purposeful every single time. And then last is the powerful message you're delivering, the powerful message that you're living. What is the message that you're trying to give? Okay. What is the value proposition that you're trying to give? Okay. All those resonate, and that's all part of your job description as part of opportunities. Lead generating, lead follow-up, going on appointments, negotiating real estate contracts, and then practicing, role playing and scripts and dialogues. Okay. When you start building the foundation and understand, the elements of your position, guess what? No one can stop you. You're invincible because you have the knowledge, you got the power, you got the tenacity, and you got the wits to do this at a high level. I hope that all this information that I provided you today, I know it's only an hour of it. I can go on and on and on and on and on, but I just wanted you to get some of the what was I going to say? The nuggets of this to understand it's a very practical approach in building a strong foundation in your real estate business. At the end of the day, all this can be thrown out the door if you're not doing the necessary activities. You got to do the activities, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I thank you all. I appreciate you all. And I will see you on our next call. All right. Any final thoughts, questions, ahas, anything that resonates? Does all this kind of make sense? It's not rocket science, guys. It's not. It's just good old hard work. Okay. You put in the time, you will get the benefits of what we do. It's not pretty. It's not sexy, but it's something that we must do every single day to see the results. Because when you get that momentum and you're on cruise controls, business is coming from every angle, it's going to be a fun ride. Right now, you just got to do all the intense labor, right? Rolling up your sleeve and just going out there to start building your business. But when your business is running systematically, that's when you get to sit down, cherry pick, and just want to focus on what you want to focus. Maybe it's just on sellers and not buyers, but you can still leverage the buyers and have other agents service them and get a referral. There's so many ways of making money in this industry. So think about that. Yes, sir.
Quick question. Do you recommend going to the actual place, to the actual house of the possible buyer, or do you recommend scheduling an appointment at a Starbucks or a diesel office? Or like,
If you're going on a listing appointment?
No, it would be a possible buyer.
Well, if it's a possible buyer, you want to get them pre-qualified to make sure that they qualify for a loan. And then if the if you're meeting them for the first time, yeah, you want to meet them again because you want to pre-screen them. Mm-hmm. Meaning you don't want to spend time, effort, and energy if they are not yet qualified, because you just never know. Yes. Maybe you could, go on an appointment and show a property, but I'd rather, if they are committed and they are devoted and they are serious, then I would say meet them at the office and go through the consultation and see how motivated they are. And if everything falls into place, then start the showing the properties.
Just a follow-up question, is it a good idea to go with them to the lender and see if they pre-qualify?
I don't necessarily think you have to be there. You can refer the client to the lender, or the lender can can call the buyer,
Okay.
and they can exchange all the stuff. You don't necessarily, all you need to know, do they qualify and what is the amount? Or how much are they putting down? What is the rate? Because when you prepare the offer, that's all going to be part of the purchase agreement.
Okay, perfect.
Cool?
Right.
Awesome. All right, team. Well, thank you very, very much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you on our next call. Thank you. Thanks, Hope.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks.